Okay. If you're joining, bear with me. Let's see here. All right. I really wish there was a way to do this with like what do you call it? Widescreen, like landscape, widescreen landscape, whatever. All right, so this is going to be drawing some sketch cards. I'm trying to look at doing some anime cards for the upcoming anime Casa Grande. And the first I'm going to do is Free Ren. I got a list here. Then I think we'll do Officer Jenny from Pokemon. The actress will be Casa Grande. Then Momo ISA. And then we'll kind of work from thinking with Free Ren, there's so many different options you can do. Like she can be, you can have her reading, you can have her stuck in the mimic, you can have her just on her journey with her suitcase, you can have her as this like badass mage that's just fucking people up, getting her head patted, you know, like lots of different options. Hey, Owen. All right. Let's see what reference I want to use. All right. Hopefully you can see this when I'm working on it. A couple of last month or the month before, I did a whole bunch of One Piece and Pokemon cards. I sold a couple of the Pokemon cards, sold a couple of the One Piece cards, and then I put some of them on my eBay shop, and I put the chopper up as an auction. And I mean, I'm glad it sold, but it sold for, you know, the first bid, which is, you know, a little disappointing because the first bid was $10. You always, as an artist, you always want to make, you know, a little bit, you know, more money. I had that card as like a $30 card, I am not sure why my computer is freezing. I don't want my Google. Jesus. I just updated this stupid computer the other day, too. All right, well, we're going to keep working. So if I don't respond to you, my apologies, but I use my laptop to keep track of any chatter in the chat. And yeah, it decided to freeze up on me. So let's see if I can Control Alt delete this. What the heck? Now we're gonna have to hard boot this out? That's annoying. One of my friends, Richard, was telling me about Freerun and how much he liked it. And so I checked it out, and it's a great show. What's up, buddy? I let you outside. You came back in. It's so bizarre. Watch it like go back like nothing happened. And these are the watercolor sketch cards, the Strathmores. I don't recall if I've used these previously, but I'd been doing watercolor on just the regular Bristol Strathmores. Buddy, I don't know why you're crying, because you went outside and you were okay with going outside, and then you came back in and you were fine. All right, let's see. Just trying to find a good playlist. I don't know if you watch Freerun, but it's a pretty good anime. I like it a lot. And I'm not much into like the fantasy genre either. I don't know why. It's just kind of never been my thing. I mean, I can play, and I have played Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, so you would think like, not a big deal, but like, I don't know, there's just kind of something kind of cool about the character. I also had some of my cards over at a local shop, and he had put up a small display for my cards to see if we could get some of them sold. And some he said there was some interest in, like, I guess some of the One Piece cards or the Nami cards. Um, that some girls had come in and they, I guess, they weren't happy with the way I drew Nami, like the way I drew her eyes. They were like, "It's not cartoony enough." But it's kind of funny because it's just like the whole concept of doing like your take on these characters is not to 100% um, mimic the art style, right? Like you're supposed to take some of your own creative liberties with the characters. Like you're supposed to put your own spin on them, and I think that's like the important um, part of that. So it's kind of nice. Hey, Andrea. Are you working this weekend, Andrea? I'll have to tell you how the anime Casa Grande goes. It's Free Run from Free Run Beyond Journey's End. She is um, she's like an 800-year-old elf mage. The story is really good. Like I was saying, like I don't normally like fantasy. Like it's just, not my thing. Um I think you've met Richard, right? He told me about it cuz he has like one of the actual manga from Japan for free rent graded, and I think that's where I found out about it. And they just recently finished season 2. Oh, you're off on Sunday? Well, maybe if you and Johnny or you are up for it, maybe we can like hang out, get coffee or something. Um, Trying to think of where he might have been when you showed up. Um, um, I don't know what Vox Machina is. So essentially, the story begins when, like, Freeren and her companions have finished like a massive mission. Like they've stopped a demon king or a demon lord, and so they're kind of all going their separate ways. And so it's been like 80 years since they initially met and started their journey. And so the journey where like this story starts is where Freeren is just kind of like on a quest, and she takes up one of her old companions' young charges to teach her to be like a level 1 mage. And so like everything Freeren knows, she's kind of like learned as she's gone, right? Like it's never been any formal training. Like so she's more of like a traditional teacher. And her charge, Fern, like wants to be a first class mage, and like none of that really matters to Freeren. Like she just wants to read and gain knowledge and like go on these kind of endless quests, right? Like just and on the way they meet uh, a young warrior named Stark. So it's fantasy adventure, um, along with like action and slice of life. Okay, so that's kind of free run. So I'm gonna then, because the voice actress for Officer Jenny is actually gonna be there. So it looks like she kind of has a traditional outfit. Okay. Can't tell, like, how's her hair work? Is it just like loose and it poofs out like that? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's see, keep that. Yeah, it's funny because, like, when I was doing the Pokemon and the One Piece cards, which is a big Pokemon fan. And then it was another guy who was he's a big One Piece fan, and Zoro is his favorite. So I sold the Zoro card before I ever drew it. You're okay, buddy. What are you barking at? I kind of want to do another free run. I actually might do a free run print because there's like it's a good slice of life story as well, because it's kind of like coming of age, because like Fern is learning to be a mage and she's learning from a mage with so much experience who's also incredibly stubborn. So they're kind of learning from each other, but then with Stark, it's a whole other experience, like them trying to figure out like just life and stuff like that. Next Saturday, if you're not working, Andrea, there's a comic book show at the Collector's Territory. And I'll be tabling there, sort of like, you know, a lot of stuff going on in the last week, the week before. She had like, whoop. Yeah. I mean, I can style it however I want, honestly. Like, but when I, um, oh, there she is with a whistle. Um, I had a, um, Mike was saying there were some girls who came into the store and saw the Nami cards that I did, and he was like, I think they were interested, but then they were kind of, they didn't like how I drew the eyes, and were, I don't want to say critical, but he was just like, yeah, they were like, they should be more cartoony. And I don't know how old these girls were, but Mike was just like, well, that's, how artists do things, and they, you know, like they do their interpretations of these characters. God, like drawing her hand like friggin' huge. It's gonna be Bob Huge Hands. It's kind of funny that, you don't want to completely mimic the, like, the style, or 100% use the design of the character that you're drawing, right? Because like you want them to have some of your own unique tastes. And that makes her look like she's mad. All right. What's up, Dustin? Oh, the event uh, in Casa Grande is I think it starts at 11. And it goes to like 4, or I mean, it goes to 7, I think. Yes, sir. I did, Dustin. Thank you. And um, they did give me some cash back. So I got $10 back on the 2 figures that I bought. So essentially, it's like my Chucky was like $6 and tax. This is Officer Jenny from Pokemon. I have no idea other than the voice actress is going to be at Anime Casa Grande. And the kids like Pokemon, you know. Yeah, I was like reading like a little of the description of the character, and like I've never played Pokemon. Watched it. Like I think I saw the tail end of the first movie when they're all beating each other up. I ordered way too many figures from ringside. And then I mistakenly didn't click that I wanted them right away. Wait until the Sabu comes in, and then they'll ship them. I think so, but they have a thing where you can you get free shipping for purchases $60 and over. Like they had a coupon code, so I put that in. I don't know if they would have charged me extra for shipping. I'm sure they would have. With as stupidly expensive as shipping is nowadays. All right. So we got them. And then we're going to Momo Ayase. I'm not sure who that is. I kind of have a preset list of characters that I am already working on. No, that's not going to work. Where's the other one? Here we go. Ugh. I don't like this. Let's see here, like if I can. There we go. All right. That's a lot better. All right, man. Yeah, man. Drawing hands. Sometimes not very fun. Ugh. That didn't turn out anyway like I wanted it. Well, let's play with it a little bit. That might be the first dud. Now, we're going to try redrawing that. Ugh. I could do something easier. I could do just like kind of a cute pose, right? But there's no challenge in that. So we There we go. All right, guys, I think that might do it for tonight. The square box method, similar with the circle. Yeah. Because, like, your fingers look tubular, right? Cylindrical, but they're actually a series of, like, rectangles. It's just kind of rounded off at the end. I plan on doing some more tomorrow and um, on maybe on Friday because I do have to get ready, but it's also now part of my 100 Days of Horror, and I've already missed one day. I think the third day I missed. It was weird. It was Sunday, so like I was really tired on Sunday and I slept most of the day. So maybe it was Saturday. I don't remember. So let's see if we can ink her. The watched a couple of decent movies so far, but nothing that's been like earth shattering. Hey, Shelley. Caught me like right towards the end of my stream because I'm just gonna ink Momo and then do the like watercolor painting tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get onto the stream earlier than I did. I got her on around, how long have I been on? Yeah, I got on like pretty late. If I didn't have to work tomorrow, or even if I worked from home tomorrow, like I would um I would stay on a little later, but gotta go into the office, so I gotta wake up like a half hour earlier than I normally wake up. But I figure I got one really good piece done yesterday, start to finish, which I was pretty happy with. Thank you. Years of practice. Years and years of practice. Decades, even. All right. Well, I think I got Momo done, or at least inked. And then I'll try to be on, like I said, a little earlier than I did today, so that I can get a couple more, like get these painted, and then get a few more done tomorrow. So today's pieces were Momo ISA, Officer Jenny, and Free Ren. I've like, I really now would like to do um um a nice full piece print of Free Ren, because she's a really cool character, and maybe a full piece of Momo as well. All right, guys. Yeah, Momo and Turbo Granny are like my favorites, but Turbo Granny in the Lucky Cat form. And Turbo Granny is also my list to do a card of. Plus a couple more free run characters, a couple more Dandadans, and let's see, a couple of Ghost Akira characters as well. Akira and Ghost in the Shell, classic anime, so I can't ignore those. Especially because Akira is my favorite of all time. Yeah, Turbo Granny in the cat form, the Lucky Cat form is friggin' hilarious. But I love the monsters too. All right, guys, you have a good night. Hopefully, you'll see some of you tomorrow. Take care.